Well, Stacey, BC has pumped in hundreds of millions of dollars in extra funding into long-term care homes, assisted living homes since the pandemic. It's around $35 million a year, and it is set to end October 31st. Care providers, though, say the purpose of that money, to address severe staffing shortages and improve quality of life, remains worse than ever. The BC Care Providers Association today saying care levels and quality of life will be worsened once the money runs out, because more than 80% of the facilities indicate they lack the registered nurses and LPNs to meet the requirements for the province, and over half use staff from care agencies, which are private companies that contract out nursing staff temporarily to help fill in gaps, particularly outside of urban areas. There's more than 750 care beds and almost 140 assisted living beds at risk of closure. Here's the association today.
Well, without the funding to be able to pay for the appropriate staff, this means that facilities are not going to be able to accept new residents, and it also means they're going to have to close some beds. We think the number is going to be fairly large. All of those seniors, unfortunately, are going to be waiting in acute care beds in hospitals or in emergency rooms for the chance to get into now a more limited number of beds in long-term care or assisted living.
Health Minister Josie Osborne saying the financial top-up was always meant to be temporary. She says she is working on longer-term staffing and recruitment plans, but the move comes as the BC NDP government starts internal cuts to try and address its record $11.6 billion deficit this year.
We'll continue to work with operators. Health authorities are working with operators directly too, and seeing what the impacts of changes in the removing temporary funding is. But again, we can't build a sustainable long-term system that's based on these temporary measures. We need to have the workers in place, the people there to support seniors, the standards of care. That's exactly what we're focused on. We're going to continue to do that.
The larger picture here from BC's senior advocate, Dan Levitt, has warned that BC's falling behind on long-term care, home care, other needs for seniors. More than a quarter of the population is expected to be seniors within 10 years in the province. So there's a lot more than just this financial top-up at play. BC needing a lot more beds, Stacey, but this end of this money could have some ramifications by the end of this month. Stacey?
Yes, it certainly could. Thanks so much for the update, Rob.